Anthony Hartwig here. We're back with another SVA soccer player profile. This team that is making a run to Denver that's made up almost exclusively of YSN family schools and players. We are so proud of this team. And we talked to another player, and it's from NILES. It's Taylor Bickerstaff joining us today. Taylor, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So here you are, a run to Denver, trying to win a national championship. This has got to be a whirlwind of excitement for you. What are some things going through your head and emotions that you are feeling now that you're just 6 days away from making this trip?
We know it's gonna be hard. We've been there before, but we know it's not gonna be easy. We know it's gonna be a challenge.
Is this your first trip to Denver, or were you on the team 2 years ago that went?
I was on the team 2 years ago when we went.
So with that being said, what's it like to kind of been there, done that, and have the experience on your back this time to know exactly what to expect down there?
It was nice the first time getting that win and like bringing the trophy home. We obviously know we have to work harder, and the competition is gonna also be harder. So yeah.
I know that first trophy was almost a shock to you guys. So talk to some of your teammates, and it wasn't one of those things where you went down there expecting to win the whole thing. You went down there just expecting to compete and have some fun, and here you are with a trophy. What is the mindset different this year now that you kind of know that you've won it before? Do you kind of go down there with a little bit of more confidence and a little bit more striving to win than you did the first time?
Yeah. Um, I'm very excited, but also nervous. I think we can definitely do it again. We just have to work for it.
Now, since you went to Denver the first time, you saw all the scenes and you did all the off the field soccer stuff that you could do. What are some things that maybe you didn't get to do the first time off the field that you want to try to do this time?
Um, I don't really. Wait, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, what are some things that you want to do off the field in Denver that you didn't get a chance to do the first time you went down there?
Oh, the first time I went down there, I did a lot of like hiking and stuff. So I really want to try to like shop maybe.
That's it. That's it. Awesome. What do you want to shop? What's your favorite stores to kind of go and shop at?
I like to go to Dick's Sporting Goods. I like to get a bunch of like new soccer stuff, pre-wrap, new water bottle maybe.
You're not the first person that has said that, and apparently the Dick's Sporting Goods in Denver is like top tier. So you should be taken care of. What are some things that you love so much about the sport of soccer? Let's talk about your journey when you started it, when you started with SVA, and what you love so much about the sport that you obviously work so hard at.
I started SBA when I was like 7 years old. I grew as like a player. When I first like joined, I wasn't really sure, but I think I got better, and it's just amazing playing with these girls and like the journey that we've been through together. So it's really nice to be here and like where I am today.
One of the things I like about talking to all your teammates, we see them that they're leaders on their high school team. You're a leader on your high school team, and they have a bunch of leaders in the same room that all know how to lead a group of people. What's that like to kind of be not having the whole burden of leadership on your shoulders? You look around and you see a bunch of leaders next to you, and they all can kind of take a mantle when they have to and lead the way they want to lead this team.
It's nice going from club into like high school season because I already feel like prepared because of club. So it's nice going into high school season and like helping out the new freshmen and them looking up to me and me looking up to like my other players.
We know that in athletics, confidence is always something that I think every athlete struggles with at some point in time. You have doubts about what you can do. If you have one bad game, it could really hurt your confidence. When you have a season with SVA like you are right now, where you're going to Denver, you're fighting for national championship, what does that do for your confidence heading into high school season?
Um, I would say I definitely get in my head a lot, but I know like what like how I am as a player and how I play. So I try not to let that affect me that much.
We've seen so much growth in your game and in your numbers that you've been able to put up on the soccer field over the years. What do you think is the biggest difference between you as a freshman and you where you are right now? Did you get that or did I cut out?
You cut out.
Okay, we'll re-ask that question. We've seen so much growth in your soccer game since you started at Niles. What do you think is like the biggest difference between you as a freshman and you right now?
As a freshman, I felt just like little, and coming in, looking up to my seniors. It's crazy how this year I'm gonna be a junior, but I think I grew like as a player and how I play on the field.
As you're going into your upperclassman year, you start to think about the future a little bit. You still have some time. The pressure's not there, but do you start to think about what you might want to do after you graduate high school and what the future might hold for you?
Yes, I plan to go to college for soccer, and then I want to major in like a physical therapist.
I think all of these players we've talked to all want to go to play college at the next level. As we talked about the leaders on their team and having all this leadership on this club team, what's it also like to have a group of girls that all are fighting for kind of the same goal after high school? They all want to go and play at the next level.
It's so nice because we've all like played together, and it's nice to see them pursue something else that they like going to college. So yeah.
When you see a teammate like McKenna Duran commit, what does that do for you? I mean, does that give you a little bit more fire to say, "Hey, I want to be the next person to commit. I want to be, where those players are." Are you excited to kind of make that decision? What it'll be like for you?
Yes, I'm so proud of McKenna for committing and taking that. I am obviously indecisive about a school. I've been kind of looking, but I really don't know like what I want like in a school because I haven't really looked. Um, but yeah.
All right, since you haven't looked yet too much, and we're not going to ask anything too detailed, but the one question that we like to ask when you're thinking about schools, do you want to travel far away from home or do you want to stay kind of close to the nest? Do you have a preference there?
Um, it would obviously be nice like just getting away, but I'd
Hmm.
rather stay like close to my hometown.
So kind of far away, but not too far away where you can't come home, right? So, you have that nice little radius, I'm assuming. So when you think about um, what your goals are this year for high school, and what this SVA team will kind of help you to achieve them. What are some goals that you have that you want to accomplish this year at Niles?
In Niles, I want to try to like bring up my stats because last year I had an okay season. I feel like I can do a lot better this season and just be a team like player and help out the team as much as I can.
One of the things we see is these parents of the SVA team mean as much to you guys as your teammates do. What's it like to have so much support from the parent staff and the parents that you have on the soccer team? I mean, we see so many other players' parents retweet these. I mean, repost these interviews. What's it like to have such a support system with this SVA club team?
It's so nice. I want to thank all of the SVA parents because they really do support us in everything and really like push us to be the best we can as well.
I'm sure there are parents out there that bring some snacks to the events. Who's the best snack bringer? Who has the best snack parents?
I'd probably say Jordan Miller, her mom, always brings snacks and is prepared.
Shout out to Mrs. Miller out there, the gym, the real MVP. What would make a good snack bag for you? Like, what does it have to have for it to be a grade A snack bag from for Taylor Bickerstaff?
Definitely bananas because it helps with cramps. Probably like protein bars and fruit snacks maybe.
What do you want to drink in there? Is it Gatorade? Is it water? Maybe some Capri Sun? What's your refreshment of choice?
Definitely Gatorade and water.
Yeah. What's your favorite flavor of Gatorade?
I like blue, cool blue.
Okay. Okay. All good. Niles has blue as the primary color, so it works out just fine. You're a multiple sport athlete also at Niles. So what's it like to kind of always be busy? I feel like you don't have any time off.
So I have Niles practice in the morning, and then I go to cheer, and then I'll have like SVA later on Mondays and Wednesdays. So definitely a tight schedule.
Do you like being that busy or do you kind of have some days where you're sitting there like, what am I doing to myself?
No, I really like to stay busy and entertained. I think it's definitely like a getaway to do something that I enjoy.
What do you take away from one to the other? I mean, obviously, like you said, you're cheering. Do you take anything from cheerleading or being like that to your soccer career?
I do cheer for fun, but soccer is definitely my main sport, and it always
Mhm.
first.
How much of a kind of vocal leader do you think it turns you into when you're taken from cheerleading? I mean, obviously, you have to be such a positive presence when you're cheerleading. Does that help you become a vocal leader on the soccer team?
I would say so, yeah.
What are your favorite things about cheerleading? Since we're talking about that too.
You also get to bond with girls like at my school. I get to bond with them. I have been captain a few times for cheer, and it's really nice.
All right, as we're wrapping back up, we go full circle back to SVA. Let's talk about Greg Mitchell and obviously the coach of this team and what he's meant to you. And what are some parts of the game that you think he's pushed you in the most?
I'm gonna start off by saying he's such a great coach. He pushes all of us to be the best we can. I've been playing. He'll like sub me out into midfield, and it's kind of a new position for me. But I know I need to do my best in there to help the team. So yeah.
So you obviously owe a lot to him, but you also owe a lot to a lot of other people in your life, and that's what we want to end this player profile with, to give you the chance to kind of take the limelight off yourself a little bit and shine on the people in your life that you think really deserve it. So I want to give you as much time as you want to give some thank yous and shout outs out to the people in your life.
First, I want to start off by saying thank you to my parents. They're always there to support me and bring me to my games. I also want to thank my coaches, Greg, Coach Ted, and then Coach Scott from high school. Also, my teammates from club and NILES that have always been there for me.
Taylor, we want to thank you so much for coming on talking to us today. We appreciate the time. We want to wish you the best of luck in Denver and all your teammates. We hope you bring back another trophy, and we can't wait to cover you all season for Niles soccer.
Thank you.